The Kenya Union of Clinical Officers KUCO has accused the National Hospital Insurance Fund NHIF of discrimination and extortion, saying that the national insurer has declined to implement directives given by the Ministry of Health on granting universal health coverage to Kenyans. KUCO has warned that it will hold demonstrations should NHIF decline to adhere to their demands. Rachel Nduati has more.
For months, the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers KUCO and the National Hospital Insurance Fund have been in wrangles following NHIF's failure to implement the directives by the Ministry of Health in a bid to implement universal health care. Some of the directives issued by the Ministry of Health include the diagnostic test and procedures requested by clinical officers be pre-authorized by NHIF as per their scope of training to improve access to health care. That medical centers and hospitals operated by clinical officers be recognized for accreditation by NHIF once they have fulfilled all the necessary requirements. That clinical officers will be allowed to prescribe advanced diagnostics as per their scope of training and specialty. According to the Kenya Union of Clinical Officers Secretary General George Gibore, NHIF has jeopardized the critical role played by the clinical officers in the diagnosis and treatment of patients in the primary health care.
It is only a raising suspicion that the NHIF, who's actually are holding on our money, the NHIF fund is not individual person money that you decide to do with it the way you want. It is the public fund that we have pulled together for purpose of ensuring that services reach the needy Kenyan. This money is intended actually to assist the president to achieve the universal health coverage. And it can only happen if the trained personnel, in this case the clinical officers, are facilitated to offer the services.
When NHIF, against the directives of a cabinet secretary, they have the audacity to insubordinate and undermine the cabinet secretary who has given directives that we are going to share with you, telling them that they must allow what we call pre-authorization, so that specialist clinical officers must be able to deliver their services to Kenyans.
The union has urged NHIF to fulfill its demands within 7 days, failure to which all clinical officers in the country will cease to attend to any NHIF-accredited patients and hold demonstrations to the NHIF headquarters. Rachel Nduati, Switch TV.
Thank you, Rachel Nduati.